One of the advice we always give to new developers is to make projects. So if you're applying for a job or you have no experience, we always suggest maybe make some projects. And they often ask me, the developers, the students, they often ask me, what should we build? And lately I've been thinking a lot about what should we build? What should I suggest? I mean, you can make clones of things. You can make clone of Instagram. You can make clone of, I don't know, Twitter. But the thing is it actually a clone? I mean, you can build a UI, right? But can you actually add the functionality of Instagram or Twitter? I don't think so. If you are a junior, you don't know how to probably build a backend system, right? You probably don't know how to build a front-end system. So what should you do? I think I have the answer now. I've been thinking a lot, and I think I finally found the answer. The answer is to make one big project which just never ends. I know, hear me out. So I've been reading a lot of philosophy lately. There's a philosopher, and I think I'm going to butcher his name. He's from Germany. I mean, his name is Johann Gerta, if I can pronounce his name. So Gerta wrote this novel. It's a poem, and I don't know how long it is, but he wrote this poem throughout his life. It's called Faust. You can Google about it. What kind of person write a poem throughout his life? I was thinking about it, and I think I found the answer. A person who wants to improve his or her craft. So I think Gerta was particularly interested in improving his art. So what he did, he wrote a poem, he started writing it, and then with time, he added characters, he added stories. So he made it interesting. So he probably had his own experience, or he probably got the experience from others, and he wrote down all those experiences in Faust. And that made Faust one of the greatest literary work in history. I mean, if you compare Gerta, you can compare him with Shakespeare or Einstein, like the level of intelligence he had. Why I'm telling you this? So there's an application, Photopia. If you go there, you can see, you can upload a photo, you can edit it. And you're probably thinking might be made by a company of 5 or 10 developers. It's a full copy of Photoshop, and it's free, and it's made by a single developer. A single developer has been working on this project since 2013. What kind of person worked on a single project for almost 12 years? And he's continuously doing it. Why? And I think it's very similar to what Gerta did, and it is very similar to what I'm asking you to do, to make one project which will be big enough so that you can work throughout your life. And now you'll be saying, I don't have that project. I don't know how to start. And what I'm saying is, it doesn't have to that you have to work throughout his life. You don't have to go to that extreme. You can take a project and work for 1 year on it. Minimum, I would say 6 months, but it should be like 6 months plus 1 year, 2 or 3 years. So what will happen is, you will first of all make a list of features you want to do, right? And with time, as you learn new things, you will be able to build more complex features. So let's say first day you write, okay, I'll add the authentication. You didn't know about the authentication, right? You don't know how it works. You don't know how JSON web tokens work. So you'll probably go and read it, and then you implement it. And then after a month, maybe you're successful, and you're like, okay, I have a working project which has authentication. That's like month 1. And on second month, you're probably adding a backend system so that your front end can talk to a backend. So I'm just giving you an example. So I think you're getting the idea what you're doing now. So you are making a beast, a big software, and maybe you have no idea how to make a big system, right? So how can you start? So you start small. So you start adding little features, little by little, step by step. You will build a big project. Maybe it has 30,000 lines of code, 40,000, 100,000 lines of code, and you'll be adding that. The good thing or the great thing about this technique is, first of all, you have no boss. You're the boss. You're the one who's making list of features, who wants to implement it. Second, it will be like the most interesting thing in your life, because so as a developer, you have to make products, right? Especially if you're junior, you have no experience, and rather than doing lead code for 6 months, I know you have to do lead code nowadays, but maybe on the side, you say, I'll do one lead code question and I'll work on one feature each day for 6 months. You're learning JavaScript, you're learning CSS, so you're adding those features. As you're learning, you're making those features. And what will happen? After 6 months, you will have a product. It is way better than the Netflix clone, which you copied, like someone coding and you're coding with him or her. And at the end of 2 months, you say, oh, I have built a Netflix clone, which you can click and play. You can play 1 or 2 videos. That's it. Don't you think this approach is way better? First of all, you can leverage AI. I mean, you can take help from AI. Don't just copy paste, because that's not what you want to do, right? Because see, I don't think you will be able to make something after 6 months, if you just started, that other people will start using it. Probability of doing that is very low. So don't trap in the process of making a perfect product. Your first aim is to learn, is to apply those techniques to that product. Maybe, who knows, after 6 months or 1 year, you do have a product which other people like to use. And I'm almost 100% confident that that product will not be a clone of Netflix or clone of Instagram. It will be a new product invention by you. And after 1 year or 6 months, you'll have so much confidence that if anyone asks you, like, what did you do? Like, okay, walk me through what you built in an interview maybe, right? And you can explain thoroughly, like, okay, so I started with this, then I had this feature, then I had like created branches in GitHub because I have to like make different features. I'm the only one working, or maybe I have a friend who's like want to contribute, so I have to merge his request, his PR, I mean, and then I have to review his PR. So see, in the process of building this thing, you have learned all those techniques which you required to work in a tech company. That's it. That's all you need to learn to work in a tech company. It's not like rocket science. Like those little basic things which you can learn by yourself working on a comparatively big project, which initially is not big. With time, it will become big, and who knows, maybe you'll work on that project for 10 years, like that guy who just built a clone of Photoshop, and you can, I don't know, you can sell it for like thousands of dollars. So this is my idea. And so lately I've been also working on this kind of project. So I'm building CodeStack, and it's a coding challenge platform for front-end developers, so you can try it. And you can see it's not finished. So I don't know when it will be finished or it will ever be finished, because I'm continuously adding features. It depends on the time. Like if I have more time, I have more energy, then I'll add a feature. If I don't have time, then I start to write blogs, and I'm adding those blogs into the platform. So that's my Faust, you can say, that this is one thing I want to do long term. And to be honest, maybe after 6 months I would feel like I'm not enjoying it. Then I'll start another project. So there's no hard and fast rule. Like Gerta didn't just wrote one poem. He did a lot of different things. So you have that freedom as well. You can make something. If you like it, you can continuously build on top of that. So find what interests you. Try different things. Take help of AI. That's the best way I can say. Like you can learn a lot of things quickly. Don't ask AI. Don't use Cursor. I mean, yeah, don't use Cursor. Just use regular ChatGPT, whatever, like the free stuff, the free requests they give you, right? That I think that should be enough as a beginner. And try to learn the process. Like it will help you to think how to make a big project. And at some point, definitely, you'll feel stuck. I feel stuck a lot of time in CodeStack because the backend I'm building in Python. So Python I did like 4 or 5 years ago. So I almost forgot everything about Python. So I had to like redo Python. I'm still doing. So I stuck a lot, and it kind of demotivates me. So I feel like not doing it, and then I take a break there too, and then I come back and I just add a feature. I just try to improve a feature. And I think that's the best thing I did in last 6 or 8 months, because it gave me confidence that I can also make something big with time. That's the thing. You don't have to make something big in next 3 months. And if you tell this to employer that, oh, I'm building this software for like last 6 months or so, I think they'll be pretty interested. They'll be like, okay, this guy, first of all, has ideas. Second, he has guts to implement that. And then he's learning. And even if we don't offer him or her that job, he'll continuously working on his craft. So why don't we hire him or her and take that benefit, because this guy has that enthusiasm or that discipline to work on a problem. So this is what an employer needs. They need someone who can work on a problem, because coding is hard, right? They need someone who can work on a single problem for longer time, longer duration. You can demonstrate that by doing lead code questions. That's up to you. But if I'm just starting, I'll probably do that. I'll learn basics. Whatever, if you want to develop some app, I will learn Java or Swift. I would learn for 1 or 2 months, then I just start something, rather than just doing another Netflix clone or projects like that. Yeah, they won't help you in this job market. You have to demonstrate that you deeply like the stuff you're doing, because market is brutal. That's what it is. Like, I can't change it, you can't change it, but right now market is tight. So what I suggest to you is to make one big project where you can contribute regularly. I think that's it from today's video. If you have anything to share, if you have a feedback, please put in the comments. I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot for watching.